Yo, 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 what is going on, chat? How have you guys been? It's been a minute, huh? It's been a long, 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 long time. Been a long, long, long time. And I have been through a lot of fucking bullshit. Like, no one should go through in their life, to be honest. And I'm sorry I have to go for so long, but I mean, it has to be done. And I know, listen, I know what people are going to say, and I see what people are saying. You've done this before. You've already done all this. We get it. Move on, move on, move on. Listen, you can't move on when you go through the shit that I've been through. I get it. I need to just keep pushing and streaming. I get it. But at the end of the day, the shit that I've been put through, like the lies, just everything, no one can truly move on. And you only really know if you go through it. And I hope you guys don't ever go through it. But yeah, this stream I am going to be talking about a lot. I have been pushing for a lot of changes happen, the resolutions, left, right, and center, everything. I'm gonna go deep into it. This is straight up like facts. And like I said, like we're getting closer and closer every day. And if I could listen, if I could snap my fingers, everything's solved, and tomorrow we're back to normal. But the thing is, nothing will ever be normal again for me, anyway. So this is like either I say my truth or I sit here in silence and just worry and be scared to talk to people and be scared to DM people. 2 days ago, someone reached out to me. I didn't reply to them because I was scared. I felt like a plague. You know what I mean? So why am I gonna sit here and just like constantly worry while everyone is just bashing my name? And whether it was 8 months ago, 2 years ago, 9 years ago, 25 years ago, like everyone deserves a chance of justice and to just like defend themselves. As long as it's a fair investigation, nothing else should happen. But I'm gonna make this clear, okay? I have a script in front of me. The reason for the script is because there are lawyers involved. Everything I'm gonna say on this stream has gone through my lawyers, has gone through like verified processes for me to be able to say. So I'm not worried about what I'm gonna say on stream. So if you guys want to say scripted, it's true because it is scripted. And to make it clear, I'm not here to try and convince people to like me again. I'm not here to try and change people's opinions. The people that don't like me didn't like me anyway. The people that are gonna support me are gonna support me anyway. This is for my peace of mind. This is for my like mental health. This is for me to say I've been attacked for 8 months pretty much, right? And I get like, I mean, even to this day, people still bring it up. You know what I mean? But like, I haven't had a full chance to like, quote unquote, attack back. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just saying my truth because I deserve it. Anyone does, right? So yeah, this is definitely gonna be. It's not easy, and trust me, I don't sit here happy like doing these kind of streams. I don't sit here wanting to do them. If I could go back to like a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, enjoying streaming, entertaining people, taking care of my family, like that's it. That's what, like, I would love to do that, but like the position they put me in, it's impossible. You ain't got all day. Listen, let me like milk it a bit. You know what I mean? Nah, let me be serious. Okay. So let's just get straight into the statement. All right, Hunter, chill a bit. Chill a bit. So like I said, everything I'm about to say has gone through lawyers, gone through verified stuff. Like I'm allowed to say all of this and show what I'm about to show and the proof and evidence, everything. Okay? Deal done. Boom. And no, this isn't me trying to get on any RP server or anything like that. It's not nothing about that. It's not for an unban. It's not for anything. I'm over that. Like, I don't even like, that's not even a priority. It's just for my peace, my truth, me. You understand? Just defense. And there is a lot. So let's just get into it. Or forgive yourself and move on. Listen, if it was just a small little GTA ban and like, whatever, bro, I would have moved on a long time ago. But this is my entire life. All right, let's go. So as you guys know, in April, I was banned live on stream with little information. And I was banned based on supposedly credible evidence. I was left completely in the dark about what precisely I was allegedly had done. But it was said that I had quote unquote crossed the line as Coil had put at the time. At this moment, I had zero idea of why I was banned and my reputation was getting tarnished. Right? So this is a message I got. Per management, we have received credible evidence that shows violation of our terms of services, as well as a reason to find you unfit for our community. At this time, you will be removed due to the nature of the complaint. NoPixel will not go into any further details at this time. All right, and that's it. Little season recap, exactly. You know what I mean? Let me just refresh you guys a bit and then get into the juice in a bit. But in the Discord statement and a series of videos on Coil's clip channels, in April, Coil made a number of insinuations about me. Some of the words used to describe me was, quote unquote, a psychopath and a nut job. The insults flowed freely. He also claimed that I deserved to be unfollowed and cancelled and to go crawl back in the hole I came from or something like that. And of course, because Coil was willing to wound but not to settle the case against me, with the way he described the situation, as well as myself, he left people to fill in the blanks and assume the worst allegations. Right? And that's just the truth. That's just how it is. Everyone just thought the worst. These were really serious attacks to make on anyone, and I've spent the most of the rest of this year with my lawyers trying to properly understand from Coil how he came to make these statements about me. So for the past 8 months, right? Listen, also chat. I don't really care what people say. You don't have to ban them, it's whatever. But I've spent the last 8 months trying to resolve this privately, but due to unprofessionalism and what I have come to believe with a lack of any proper investigation on his side back in April, I'm forced to make this public again. I put my life on hold for 8 months trying to seek closure behind closed doors, but it's clear that's not happening with how things are currently going. Going public, is my last resort to set the record straight and push for a proper resolution, as anyone should always fight for their justice. I'm doing this for my peace of mind and for those who support me. I'll eventually be naming individuals involved, and to make it clear, they were given the chance to resolve this through the legal channel, but no one's truly working towards a resolution besides myself. It genuinely feels like I'm pushing for a fair investigation, a forensic investigation against myself, which should have been done back in April, but it was never carried out. I've been attacked very publicly, and now it's time for me to reply to the attacks. Yeah, of course I'm reading. I'm going to try to provide context about the people involved and the events in my life that led to the assassination of my character in April. Forensics. To keep things clear, I will first talk about the allegations made about me and the investigations into them, but you can barely call it like an investigation. You'll get a sense of the timeline, then I will dive deeper into the individuals involved. First, I'll speak on the legal aspects. My lawyers are currently instructed to pursue a claim for obviously defaming me in April. That continues, and I will have my day in court, hopefully, unless there can be a resolution that pleases both sides. But I have realized that I can't let matters go without putting my side of the story out there. Secondly, I want to make it clear that I'm not manipulating or gaslighting anyone as I have been falsely accused of in the past. In fact, everything I will discuss in terms of details comes from Coil and his legal team directly. Alright? So let's go back to the ban. Back to April. NoPixel was a community that I was a part of before NoPixel was even big, before it was even on the map. A few days have passed after my ban, and I received various leaks about the potential reason for my ban, the sources of the allegations, and what the allegations amounted to. However, it's key to note that these were just leaks, so I was still left in the dark since no one would talk to me on open record. Right? After learning about the gist of the allegations about me and the potential sources involved, which I will talk about later, I compiled evidence against the claims and reached out to multiple admins, including Coyle himself. Despite not fully knowing the specific allegations, I felt like I had to defend myself with whatever information I had, as I had no other choice or route. I was left alone. Coyle suggested, submitting any evidence I had, which I did. However, he then continued to block me without conducting any investigation, seeking any clarification on my evidence, or asking any questions. He simply never got back to me on life-changing allegations. Around this time, I put out a quote, an apology stream due to the distress of the situation and pressure, as well as everything around me collapsing. I was not mentally all there at the time. I put it out in hopes I would get answers. I did make it clear that many times throughout the poorly organized stream that I had done nothing illegal or anything on the levels that were being portrayed. But for my troubles, I was just called a gaslighter and a manipulator. Some people, listen, this is some lawyer like joking around or like some lawyer banter. I don't even know what it is. But if you've heard of Joseph K. in the fictional character book The Trial, apparently a similar sort of story happens. I have no clue. That's just some lawyer stuff. It is what it is, bro. They're just trying to joke around. But basically, they're trying to compare me to a similar story that happened. But at the time, we'll skip that bit. I felt hopeless and lost at the time, and I was left in the dark. And since they mentioned that they seek legal advice and mentioned court, I want to make it clear, right? I want to make it clear. There's a lot of people assuming, oh, he's getting legal or lawyers to threaten people or to scare people. I wasn't the one mentioning I would love to see him in court. I wasn't the one saying we have seek legal advice. What am I supposed to do? Sit there with Mother Teresa and me and her fight together against the law? I have to get lawyers. Like, what other route do I have? So I got a lawyer. And I had my lawyer send out 2 friendly letters to Coyle in hopes of addressing the allegations in writing, right? Because their main concerns were protecting people, protecting this, quote unquote, alleged victims, whatever. However, if they were really keen on protecting people, then they should have protected everyone, including myself, done a proper investigation which should have been conducted, and then they can make these comments and go public with it once they know 100% the truth. However, Coyle failed to respond to both of these letters after being noticed multiple times. After this, I felt no choice but to reach out to Coyle's wife, Anna, sharing the evidence and what I believed were the claims from the leaks. She quickly disregarded my concerns, dismissing the idea of getting lawyers involved, telling me that getting lawyers would be a waste of time, they wouldn't really do much for me, and it would be too expensive, and advising me to just move on as if it was just a small ban that didn't affect my entire life. I felt hopeless. I expressed to her that the idea of going public around August, but Anna responded by stating that she reviewed the evidence and believed I wouldn't be able to convince people while still refusing to disclose the reason for my removal. She informed me to move on and that I would have new opportunities, disregarding the vile stigma around me portrayed by the situation and how it was handled. To me, it seemed like any evidence that went against the negative narrative against me was ignored and not engaged with in any detail. They mentioned that going public would force individuals to speak about their stories about me, which I understand how they may think it might be worse for me, but if anything, it allows me then to push public statements and therefore get forensic and push for a forensic investigation as public statements would have been made. Right? So if someone comes out to claim this, then they shouldn't be worried about it, because then we can get into the truth of it, because these are forensically investigated. And therefore, unless you have lied in any way, shape, or form, you shouldn't be worried about a forensic investigation. That's just as simple as that. Ads. No way there's ads. Why is there ads? Ads are automatic. Oh, I didn't play no ads. Is it done? All right. All right, we're back. All right. So where we left off was, right? If people did want to come out public, that is fine. If they want to come out privately, that is fine. But they need to make official statements or public statements for this to get forensically investigated. This would mean that anyone who lied would be accountable for their actions, and real names would be behind the allegations rather than online personas, as this would open up allegations to forensic investigation. The reliability of accusers and accused could be assessed based on who they really are. The phony protection of anonymous allegations would be forfeited. Right? Okay. So, from day one, I understood that any lawsuit would probably mean revealing my true identity and persona, but honestly, I've come to terms that prioritizing my innocence and proving that I didn't do what they're claiming that I did is more important than my anonymous persona. The reason I was anonymous wasn't because I was hiding something. The reason is actually pretty stupid, and I will probably get to that later in another stream. I have no problem revealing my whole identity to get to for the truth to come out. My lawyers put pressure on Coyle then to reveal what investigations he had done, explain why he could trust my accusers, explain what assessment he had made of my evidence in my defense. Coyle eventually responded through his American lawyer, and we received a document, and my lawyer was shocked as they said it contained hearsay. Hearsay is just a rumor, not proof. Hearsay is when someone says, I heard he was a, fill-in accusation. It's worthless as evidence and means you haven't done your proper investigation. So the conclusion was starting to form on my side that Coyle had banned me based on a bunch of rumors and anonymous people making allegations in private messages without any proper investigation. This only fueled me to prove my innocence for a proper resolution, as I knew these claims were completely false and far-fetched. The document they sent me involved largely anonymous personas who have harassed, stalked both me and my community for years, including those removed from mine and the CG community like 2-3 years ago. If you know, you know. My accusers turned out to be individuals that are notorious for using fake Twitter accounts, sending false emails, making false allegations, either faking or using out of context screenshots to benefit them. It is easy to manipulate a chat record after all. You can delete bits of context, you can add in text. The meaning of words is easily changed for later purposes. Now, this is where a lot of like the quote unquote allegations and rumors, a lot of them get addressed here, right? So all the claims about me had nothing to do with real life. So all of the like quote unquote physical or real life sort of aspects of that, gone, officially gone. They were all claims about statements in electronic messages, and not, which doesn't really reflect how I was mentioned back in April through the Discord and the videos mentioned me, right? First of all, the reliability of online material is easily investigated. Anything that is pretty much said online, whether it's in Discord, whether it's whatever platform, with forensics, can be investigated fully. You can check the metadata, you can check the original native files, the PDF screenshots, whatever. Had that been done? No. And that could easily disprove all these claims very quickly, as all the claims were just online. Also, when you're anonymous, you can pretty much say what you want and nothing will come back to you. Now, if these people want to make official statements, official witness statements, then yeah, they will be held accountable if they lie. But right now, there is no accountability and they can pretty much just say whatever they want. And it's pretty easy to convince some GTA admins that, oh, this person did this, but he deleted it. So my lawyer requested witness statements for these serious allegations over the past 8 months. We needed a first draft of what could be said in court. A witness statement would contain nothing but the truth. Needless to say, we have not got any witness statements to this date. Through my lawyers, I've done everything to get this investigated and resolved fairly. I've provided evidence. I've identified suspected accusers where I can do. I've suggested forensic examinations. I've suggested witness statements. I've suggested mediation meetings. Ultimately, I said, all right, you want to see me in court? Let's go to court. I've got nothing to hide. The only people who should be worried about any of this are the people that lied in any way, shape, or form. If I have lied, then I would obviously get found out, but I have fully cooperated with anything that was legally needed from me, including investigations of my accounts, any accounts like Discord, whatever, Twitter, literally anything. This then caused, then there was a switch in law firms by Coil's side, which caused a lot of delays. And this is why it's taken like 8 months to even get like this far. I've set out my legal case clearly. The allegations were based on hearsay. They were not properly tested by Coil, who acted as judge, jury, and executioner. Most of all, what evidence there was did not justify the public statements made about me last April. Where was the evidence? Nothing corresponded to the statements he had made about me, the stigma he put on me. There was nothing. The responses I received showed a heavy disinterest in uncovering the truth and seemed to be more focused on using legal maneuvers as a defensive strategy. So rather than being like, okay, this guy's come with lawyers, let's just, actually get this investigated, find out the truth. It shouldn't be too hard with like online forensics. It's nothing to worry about, right? It would be pretty easy, just find out the truth. But instead of doing that, they would use legal maneuvers to kind of avoid going the lawsuit way, avoid the investigation, and kind of tell me to just go away. A few examples of these hurdles would be, if I pursued with this and I would no longer be anonymous, do you really want to lose your anonymous persona, is what they told me. I was like, no, I'm not really, I'm not even worried about that. He said the cost of the lawsuits would be heavy and that it wouldn't be worth it. There was also a claim that Raid Epics didn't have a name and reputation, so therefore none of this would get processed. It was said that my apology stream was a confession to exactly what Coil had publicized, which it wasn't. There was some tactics they tried to stop any sort of pursuit in finding out the truth rather than going for an investigation. I feel like he went too deep on me to a point. Now he has to do everything he can to make sure that stigma sticks. Otherwise, it will affect him. None of these factors even slightly threw me off guard or was a concern. Rather than generally seeking the truth, they aim to go through loopholes. All right, so let me give you an example. So with the Discord announcement, once I was banned, which I'll show on screen right now, they said no one would know it was about me and claimed they would be surprised if anyone thought it was about me. They said everything was verified. Moreover, in the video, they also said that they claim to use terms as dangerous and psychopath, which apparently wouldn't link to me. So let me show you. Okay, so here we can see April 6th, I think between 2 to 4 days after I was banned. Recently, we removed the figure from our community for violating our terms of service and have sought legal advice after verifying multiple severe claims. There are very certain lines we will always draw, which are always very, okay, you guys can read, right? But then, I'm trying to figure it out. We're instructed that NoPix will permanently remove your client from its server on 2nd of April. Not on 6th of April, okay. On 6th of April, an announcement was made on NoPixel from the Coil account about a removal from a certain or a figure from our community. Your client was not named, and we are instructed that it is not inconceivable that individuals would understand this to be your client. So instead of actually trying to find out the truth, instead of trying to go for an investigation, having the integrity, for some reason, I don't know why, it's just loopholes, loopholes, loopholes. Saying that this, yeah, you can't, how do you know that's rated? How do you know that's about me? Right? And I get you can try go through legal loopholes, but the public knows. Not only is no individual named in that posting, but your client himself is adamant that his identity online remains anonymous. It is therefore rejected that your client, whether actual or otherwise, could have been identified. And that's just one example of the loopholes that we have to go through and why it takes like 8 months. Okay. That's just one. So, my lawyers and I proposed a resolution which included an official investigation into the claims with some joint statements. However, despite our offers, we're still awaiting any proper statements, and we had offered a statement suitable for both parties. However, we were met back with a statement that shows no accountability on their part. Despite Coyle's tweet saying that the reason for my removal has nothing to do with the things shared on social media, he continues to weaponize that as a defense. I want to make it clear an official forensic investigation would uncover the truth, allow the official statements of these baseless allegations to be solved, put real people behind the claims, as well as hold people accountable for lying. Now, after all of this, maybe I can hold on. Let me show this statement, right? That we both, well, we offered them a statement. They didn't like it. They came back to us. Get it up. So if you're wondering why am I doing this at this time, I have tried everything to try find a resolution. I've tried everything to get this investigated. I've pushed for everything I can. I just get met with loopholes and delays. And then we get this statement. So this will be a joint statement that they offered after we offered one, obviously. I'm going to show the full thing. My lawyer said I can. So in a response to a series of complaints by multiple women alleging harassment and abusive behavior by Radar Epics in the first quarter of 2023, following its investigation into these allegations, there is still nothing to show any sort of proper investigation. So this is a lie. They're saying that we were removed from the server. I have denied everything. In efforts to resolve the matter, we didn't engage in extensive communications. And in fact, I had to literally beg to even get like 2 points across. I wasn't given the opportunity to provide a comprehensive response, as they would still play they would just play loopholes, games. They would try and like delay it. And this statement just isn't good enough in any way, shape, or form. He does admit that I was banned off allegations, but still, even this statement alone doesn't match up to the energy that was put out back in April. It seems like this was more of a strategy to kind of just be like, we'll go separate ways. We'll try get this solved out, but that's it. Then you just go off, we go off. If you want to sort it out with the individuals involved, you sort it out, and then that's it. He did say that all statements have been removed. However, he still failed to take any accountability and just says, I acknowledge the statements I made, which completely like just arrogant. Now, end of the day, I've got only one life. And I just want to clear my name. As I said before, I'm not here to try and persuade people to talk to me, to like me, to believe me, whatever. I'm here to clear my mind, speak my truth. I know a lot of people have been wanting to hear my response. I want to clarify that everything I have discussed has been reviewed by my lawyers. What I'm putting across comes from my point of view and the information provided to me by Coyle and his legal team. Now it comes to the juicy part. This is the part where it just it's interesting. I'm not going to mention the allegations as instructed by my lawyers. The reason for this is that because if the individuals who are making up these stupid allegations want to come public, that would be fine, as then it would be open up to forensic investigation. This whole narrative of using quote unquote lawyers to square alleged victims, quote unquote, is completely ridiculous. As I was not the one to mention the legal system, the courts, etc., etc. And if anything, the legal system and lawyers are here to discover the truth, which shouldn't be a problem for anyone involved as long as they are telling the truth, of course. If anyone has lied in any way, shape, or form, then yeah, I would be worried. I would hide. I'd be anonymous. I wouldn't make any official statements or witness statements because then the truth would come out because then forensics would be done. I feel like I have tried every route to try and protect these alleged victims, as they heavily suggested back in April. However, where was my protection? I truly believe before any statement about anyone involved was made public, including myself, there should have been a proper investigation for both sides, especially with lawyers involved, as this would then stop any narrative of people being scared. So now you know the legal side and where we are with that. I'll now go into detail about the individuals involved and the context behind everything. I want to reiterate, going public wasn't my first choice. I have waited 8 months to try and resolve this in a safe, secure way for everyone. I reached out to the individuals involved. I risked my anonymous persona and brought in legal as well as forensic investigations. I went through all avenues to solve this privately and safely. This is someone's life they've been playing with and trying to leave me in the dark, expecting me to move on. After taking my career, my friends, my reputation, like what I built for 5 years, just gone like that. I was generous waiting 8 months for them to figure this shit out. Anyone probably would have leaked all of this sooner and updated everyone sooner. I feel like if things were handled professionally and with integrity and without any games being played, then I wouldn't have to go public. This could have been solved by a proper investigation behind closed doors back in April before I was bashed publicly and ruined. So now you know the legal side. I'm going to start with the events that occurred just before my ban, which involved individuals who have been manipulating others around me to try to portray me in a negative light, as well as others in the actual situation around the allegations and ban. I'm going to be name dropping people involved. Me mentioning these names and my occurrences with these individuals is not an excuse for anyone to go send hate. I don't condone that. It's simply bringing forth the truth of my situation. Again, I've spoken to my lawyers about this. And again, I have reached out to everyone involved. I didn't want to make this public. I didn't want to go down this route. But you can only push a guy and leave him in the dark for so long and play games with him and try and just like avoid everything for so long and just let my name get tarnished. Now, let me just double check something. All right. So, to give context, around December 2021, an individual named Banana came to me and told me about Discord calls she used to have with Rami. I'm not going to go into details about the calls, as this is not important, but obviously it caused tension between us. I want to make it clear that this isn't about Rami, and if anything, although I got over all of that shit a long time ago, I wish I let go of that grudge a lot sooner. Because at the end of the day, as much as like me and Rami had our ups and downs, we did start this shit together, and honestly, no one motivated me more than he did. However, due to her telling me these details, this led me to believe that she was being a good person, having my back, which led to a better friendship between us. There were times during this where she would ask me in general if I would ever do like online dating, etc., but I was able to say no. And obviously, I was lying at the time since I was dating someone, like online. But I made it clear I would never and talk down on it a lot. I want to make it clear that I was later found out that Banana was exaggerating Rami's conversations, and eventually me and Rami did clear things up, and we were on good terms eventually. In 2023, around February, the situation began when Lindy turned to Banana for comfort. However, because she was upset about another public situation at the time involving me. However, Banana started to lie to Lindy, claiming that we had a relationship in the past. This was totally false, and later on she admitted to lying and explaining how she had feelings for me, and in her head, it seemed like she could treat me better. This made Lindy very upset, and she started sharing private information about our relationship to Banana, as Banana would ask details about me. These details would include how I was during the relationship, my personality, how I was, things I was into, and in general, pretty much getting a lot of details about me through Lindy, which she was, while she was distraught, and this showed just the kind of games that she was playing. Banana asked Lindy for screenshots of arguments between us, which Lindy did with the pure intention to keep it between them. And Lindy was going to her as a friend. Our arguments were nothing insane or vile, just relationship shit. Lindy tried to provide full context of the arguments and how we resolved them and always worked things out, because it never got to a point where things were vile or unfixable. However, Banana would tell Lindy to just keep the screenshots with no context, and I believe she may have spread them around. So while this was happening, Banana told Lindy to cut me off, not talk to me, and would continue to say vile things about me. She would inform Lindy that we shouldn't be together, and would convince her that I wasn't that attractive, and push her to pretty much go on dating apps and really try to forget about me. This caused tension between me and Lindy, and we had stopped communicating about a month before the LA Angels trip. While doing this, Banana would message me behind Lindy's back, sharing hurtful and exaggerated lies about what Lindy allegedly was saying about me. For example, she would tell me that Lindy didn't care about me at all and that I shouldn't be with her. She would say that Lindy cheated on me multiple times and claim that Lindy was proud of it, which completely false and made up. She would manipulate Lindy into telling her the details of our relationship, then exaggerate a lie to make it seem worse. For example, Lindy would tell her about the first time we met and how perfect things were. However, Banana would then use them details of when we first met. For example, saying where we first actually met, like the actual location, and then to make it seem believable, but then would add on a lie afterwards. So therefore, my hatred for Lindy would grow because I would think it's true, but it actually wasn't. She even made up a story that me and her planned to meet on New Year's, but she didn't know me and Lindy actually planned it for over a year and actually met on New Year's, which exposed a big lie. Banana would then go to comfort me and tell me she could treat me better while building this wall between me and Lindy. She would continue to berate Lindy to me and portray her in the worst fashion, even claiming she hated that she was an angel, talking absolutely vile about Lindy. This back and forth lasted a few weeks of Banana trying hard to get me and Lindy to hate each other and to stop talking, which was successful, but it was also discovered that she was getting information on me through third parties. I'm not going to mention the third parties for obvious reasons. Now, during this time, Cat Fires messaged me about Banana, asking if she could be involved in the Bullet Club. Like there was an event at the Bullet Club. I messaged Cat as a friend and continued to say, nah, she's untrustworthy, said fuck her, venting to a friend. And I believe that Banana found out about this because then a few days later, she asked me what I thought about Cat. I didn't really connect the two at the time, but it kind of makes sense. I think Banana probably told Kat about the situation between me and Lindy and told her lies about what was happening because Kat started acting strange towards me after this incident, but we were totally fine. Hold on, hold on. Banana would tell me not to talk to Lindy and would say that she could treat me better and always had feelings for me. Banana made up disgusting lies about sexual experiences that Lindy supposedly told her, which weren't true. She continued to make up disgusting lies and said it wasn't worth continuing a relationship with Lindy. So at this time, like, I was in a dark place. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It felt like this situation, but like times 10. No, this situation is times 10. Back then, it's like times 5. But one day, I just started screenshotting my conversations between me and Banana and sending it to Lindy. This is when me and Lindy started talking again and realized we were both getting lied to. And played kind of this reminisced, if that's even the right word, but it matched up to the similar situation between me and Rami. This led to me and Lindy screenshotting multiple conversations between us and Banana for a few days, which showed us huge lies. I would screen share my conversations with Lindy so she could see in real time. I would send screenshots, and we were pretty much in touch the entire time because we knew what was going on. Now, I'm going to show some screenshots. Now, remember, I had a lot more screenshots, which I'm in the process of recovering because I deleted it back then, but obviously the legal side is helping with that. These screenshots I'm about to show, they're not in order. They're pretty much like the main kind of thing, so you can kind of see the gist of it. And kind of like what was kind of happening. So she was saying like, you hurt me a lot and I still really care for you a lot. I just think I'm a bit delusional. I was like, no, you're not. I was trying to comfort her. In my head, you cared for me more than you did in reality. I just made shit up in my head. That was never you. I don't know what to say. So this was probably after I started talking to Lindy. And then pretty much she would pretty much tell me stuff and then tell me not to tell Lindy. But then would try and comfort me after. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell anyone. Keep this between us. And just really make sure that I didn't leak anything. And this is just her like adding me because I'd remove her, add her, remove her. Just remember, this was all just. This was never supposed to come out. This was never supposed to even be like a thing. This was just between like me and Lindy and me just showing her. But with once I explain later on everything, it will make more sense. So now she was like trying to. I guess at this time, because me and Lindy interacted in game, so she was kind of worried if me and Lindy actually interacted. I think it was like on cop character or something. And she was wondering if me and Lindy were talking again. I think if you guys remember the day, like, I actually remember this day. I was near the prison. We were shooting down some idiots. I don't know, but something like that. And then I was like, I think I told Lindy to come and like process her with me and shit. Right? And then she was calling like Lindy a bitch on Twitter. So, of course, you defend her. I was mad as fuck, but I don't get why you even care or be around her, etc., etc. Just be careful. She still talks a lot of shit about you. Still just trying to get into my head, right? I said, first of all, I don't talk to Lindy. Obviously, I was lying, okay? I admit, I made some mistakes. Maybe I shouldn't have lied, but I was lying, okay? Oh, no, this one I think we already saw. Oh, no, this was the bottom of it. So just be careful of her because she still talks shit and lets people know how to portray you like a bad person. I got your back. It just sucks. I don't want to interact. I don't know, man. This shit gets me heated. Ads, bro. How is there ads? How is there ads, man? Wait. I'm not playing ads, but I swear. We good? Okay, back. So here you can see she's just making sure I'm not talking to Lindy and saying that I have my back. To make sure I'm not like sharing information between her and Lindy, etc., etc. And promise you never leaked our DMs, like F you, etc. You know what I mean? Just you can see the kind of the basis of it. And I was like, yes, I never leaked this. Okay, I admit I was lying here because I was leaking our DMs, and you know, like I'm not perfect, but yeah, for fuck's sake, generally, the wine blue would be good. How can I trust you? Like, it's just a massive, like, it's not even that. And then here is like, oh, wait. Say you want to be good and talk. Let's see, how can I trust you? Like, how? Can I be honest about something? You can't tell anyone, even Lindy. And if this gets out, okay, well, but I don't speak to Lindy, nor will I tell her anything because I can't and won't do that. What's up? I love being a friend, and I couldn't stand what you and Lindy had. I wanted it so fucking bad with you because I knew I could always treat you better and still can and always want to be there for you. I mean, just being friends with you made me fall in love, and after my past relationships with other guys, I just fell in love with you. Blah, blah, blah. From Poke, I don't know, something happened. Something similar happened with that as well. I'm not too sure. I don't really know anything about that. I was scared if I showed any kind of emotions and you would talk about Lindy to me. I was worried that you stopped talking to me in general. This was back in like April. And this is where she starts deleting stuff. I'm also like messaging her. I'm this, you know, maybe I did go a bit like, oh, like getting a bit angry and shit. But like, what do you expect me to do? Unique person, I don't know. This is kind of, you kind of get the general idea of like what was going on, right? And here's like, oh shit, bro. Hey yo. But here's kind of like the, you know, Instagram, Discord, kind of the same shit. Then you said a lot of stuff like private at you, a rude thing, I won't tell you. Good luck, liar. Whatever, whatever, right? If anyone understands me, I had a similar issue with Poke, but it does get better. There was a point where my streams were intertwined with his, and not because I wanted them to be, but because I don't know. Well, you kind of get it. And this is just the Discord, the Instagram. You gotta get all receipts, you know, you gotta be careful out here. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of everything. Okay? Now, so you can see it. And obviously, at this time, Lindy was getting very stressed and upset before LA and wanted to confront Banana. So I decided to protect Lindy and advise Lindy to tell Banana that only I leaked things. So I guess they were about to meet. Lindy didn't want to deal with it. Lindy can get very like stressed, I guess, and very emotional, I'll be honest. She wanted to just confront Banana, get it over and done with. But I told her, listen, just say I leaked stuff to you and you didn't leak anything to me. The reason for this, I didn't want Lindy getting any backlash, and therefore their friendship could stay intact without any awkwardness. So I'll take the heat, I'll take the fucking hit, like whatever. I leaked it, my bad. I shouldn't have done it. So this led to Lindy confronting Banana, who then cried and apologized to Lindy for every lie that she had done. Lindy saw all the screenshots and DMs in real time and was just shocked. And all Banana could really do to Lindy is apologize. I believe they talked out. I told Lindy just forgive her. Like, trust me, like, career is way more than more important, which backfired on me, but whatever. But afterwards, Banana had called me. We got into a call, which Lindy knew about, saying that she would do something bad, that I ruined her career and friendships, claiming she could only play cop now and that I would regret betraying her trust and she doesn't understand why. She was saying like she regrets meeting me. Why did I tell Lindy? And that I made an enemy out of her. But to be honest, I like in the moment, I didn't really take it seriously or really to heart or really think about it. I just was kind of like, whatever, like, she's just emotional at the time, is what it is. Then Lindy and I decided to work on our relationship after this incident. And I went to Amsterdam with the boys. Miss you guys. And Lindy went to LA, and obviously an incident occurred. This caused an argument, and Lindy was very upset about everything that happened. But Banana had witnessed the whole situation and was shocked to see us back together. Because remember, after Lindy confronted her, we kind of just decided to keep this between us. Now, me and Lindy were trying to fix stuff. She even called me the devil to Lindy again. She warned Lindy not to talk to me, back to her usual tactics. But then she would also tell me that Lindy was doing bad stuff in LA. Now, not everything was true. I verified this for other people that, you know, the statements that were told to me by Banana are not true about Lindy, what happened in LA. But after long discussions and arguments, Lindy and I eventually resolved our issues and worked things out. Just before I got banned live on stream, Banana sent Lindy a message, but she quickly deleted it and removed Lindy from her friends list. After this, I was banned. So, again, I didn't really put two and two together, but I was confused. So Lindy was approached by admins shortly after I was banned, and at the time, me and Lindy were on good terms, and she pretty much told admins we had our ups and downs, like any relationship, but nothing vile occurred, and that in person there wasn't even any arguments. Every time me and Lindy met, keep in mind Lindy's the only girl I met in the past 3 years in person, and there was nothing like bad, nothing vile or anything like that. Now, so Lindy spoke to admins and gave her story to the admins. Now, this is where it gets, you got to really like understand that some foul play has happened in some sorts. Banana messages Lindy confronting her, asking her why she quote unquote lied to admins, hinting that she should have exaggerated the bad. Lindy, however, confirmed she didn't lie and told the truth. It seemed that the admins had leaked Lindy's statements to Banana for whatever reason, which doesn't make sense to me. Lindy wasn't told anything about the situation and was kept out of the loop, which seems odd to me, as the only girl I have met up in the last 3 years was her, and she would know me best. And therefore, if I was this crazy, vile psychopath, whatever, surely you'd want to protect the one girl where I know where she lives and stuff. You know what I mean? And like the one girl I was with, like surely you'd want to protect her. But for some reason, Banana knew what Lindy had said to admins privately, so which we'll come to. Now, so Banana knew about Lindy's statements, and this confrontation took place. Lindy called out Banana for claiming that she could treat me better. This clearly led to Banana being in a panic. I guess she was worried that Lindy would expose like what she was doing and the things that she did. And somehow Banana knew why I was banned and the allegations only days after I was banned. And she weaponized this as a tool to get Lindy to stop talking to me again. Instead of being a good friend, like surely if you were a good friend, you'd inform Lindy of the quote unquote allegations initially. Right? Rather than only once like Lindy starts defending me to the admins. Surely you wouldn't weaponize it to try and like get her on your side. Now this was before the thing. But I can pretty much show you here. Let me break it down. It's just easier to show, I think. So I was sent all of this at the time, like April time. So I've known this for 8 months now, but I've just kept it to myself to try and solve it behind closed doors. All of this stuff I know, like, I've pretty much known since the start. But anyway, I didn't know you guys were together when I dated him. I'm talking before Lindy. So she's clearly scared that admins will find out. And I have a feeling she went to admins and told them that this whole relationship shit, which wasn't true. Said, again, you lied to me about what you and him went through. You legit said word for word to him. You knew, but you didn't want to accept it. in terms of like you liked him, you don't want to accept that that wasn't like he didn't like you, whatever, because you knew you could treat him better. Like, girl, what? Lol, did he tell you that? So again, I guess she's pissed that I kind of exposed that she said that she could treat me better to Lindy. And at this point, you can tell she's like, fuck, right? And then I didn't say anything to you because I was letting you go do things at your own pace. If you don't want me to tell you, oh, here we go. So they're pretty much arguing over what they said to admins, right? They're pretty much right now. Banana's gone to Lindy saying, "Why did you say this to the admins? Why did you like just say ups and downs, etc., etc." But Lindy's saying, "Listen, we didn't have anything terrible. It was never anything bad." And she said, "I want to tell you all the things I found out. It's not that I don't, but hearing that you said we've rated the stuff you learned from Sab and finding out you lied for him to Anna and makes me nervous to tell you because I don't know if he knows all of this. I'm not even involved in this, and I got reached out by an admin. For some reason, the admins told Banana what Lindy said, but the admins didn't tell Lindy what Banana said. You understand?" So then Lindy's like, "I never lied to Anna. I never lied about my experience. My experience, Banana, he never forced me to do anything. He never got mad," which is true. This is true, man. Never. Ever in my life. And also this like whole perception of that I have some sort of like, obviously I had clout on NoPixel. Let's not get it twisted. But saying I had influence and power, brother, it took me 2 years to get the Bullet Club, 3 years to get that stupid LC500 fixed. The only one time, should I tell you one story about the one time I ever asked for someone's prior to get changed? Let me tell you the story. And even Coil knows this one. One time in my life ever have I ever asked for someone's prior to get changed was, if you know David from the Angels, right? Him and Lindy were very like close. They play a lot. They were like best friends, you know? But David can get into the server. So, and Lindy would be like, "Oh, he's my best friend. I want to spend like, I have fun with him." Oakley, yeah, I have fun with him in RP, etc., etc. So, I didn't say anything. I just hit up Coin and like, "Yo, I know this guy. He's a great, funny RPer. Very good interactions I've had with him on COP." Yeah, of course, I exaggerated a bit. Got him prior boom. That's the only time I've ever changed someone's prior and it was only up. So, yeah. But back to this point, I'm ranting a bit. So clearly, after she found out that Lindy was kind of against pushing this narrative of me being this vile person, she came at her, right? 1 second. So Banana knew about Lindy's statements, and this confrontation took place. I think we already said this. Then this caused Lindy to be in complete shock, and she was scared for her career, as well as going against admins and Banana, who was the leader of the Angels at the time. And obviously, my reputation publicly was going down the drain, which I think is what led Lindy to go into like this, whatever, into that phase. Banana obviously had leaked to multiple people my supposed allegations, which I'll get to in a minute as well, which eventually got back to me. I'm not going to go into detail who leaked what to me, as it is being handled legally. So there are other people that also confirmed that like Banana came to me and said this and that, pretty much going around like portraying this image of me and saying that she wasn't involved, but then somehow she knows everything that happened, and then pushing people secretly, telling them what I had quote unquote done. And I also know, I think the part like last 4 months, she went to someone very close to me, told them I hated them. And if you're listening, I hope you know. I think you know who you are. I don't hate you, brother. Like, never have. You can reach out if you want. No, it wasn't silent. No, sorry. I'll make it clear it wasn't silent. I stated previously I was left in the dark and only had these leaked allegations to go off, right? But these were so far fetched with the individuals involved, it was even hard for me to believe that these allegations were even allegations. At this point, I started to compile evidence, as I said earlier, because so now you guys know how things were kind of leaked to me and how I kind of came up with like the evidence and everything. So then I started DMing Quill's wife, which I will show 1 second. So obviously I black stuff out for obvious reasons, and don't try and get like the light and try and like change the exposure and stuff. But hey, this is super important. I spoke, got proof. Okay, we got sent a whole document. I blurred this out for obvious reasons, and it's pretty much me coming to her like in desperate need, man. I don't know what the fuck to do. I have no idea. But then she told me Quad has been really sick for the last 2 weeks. I guess this is why he didn't respond to the letters. We have no desire to involve ourselves into any drama relating to this. The document does not relate to your ban. Okay, not really sure why you think it would help. What it might do is force women to come forward with their stories. So go in public, as I mentioned somewhere here, would pretty much, the link. Oh, that's deleted. The link is deleted. This, you're talking about this, right? Now, this is deleted. I mean, you could try, but it's deleted. But here we go. I hope so I'm like, bro, I'm being nice, man. I hope he generally gets better and it isn't anything serious. I understand. Blah blah. I've done with the banana leaking allegations, with everything that went on in LA. It made sense to me. I hope you understand. Sorry, at least it would reassure me. I appreciate you reading the document. I'm not sure what you think those lawyers are doing for you, but really, I would not waste your money. I think best for you. And I don't think she had any bad intentions with this. I think she just believed what she was told or heard. But when you are told this, and you're kind of just pushed to the side and kind of just told to move on, it's just like, I don't think you know what's appropriate when it comes to interacting with women. But even just saying that is so much different to the way everything was portrayed back in April. It's so different. I would just leave this stuff. Obviously, I'm young, have opportunities. No pixel. I think she said, I don't think you're going to convince many people with the story about banana, etc. Like, at that point, right, I've lost everything. I have no one around me, no one to talk to. I'm like literally alone. I'm getting told no one's going to believe me. Like, what do I do? Like, I get you want to defend yourself, or at least your actions. I know it hurt, but you have to find a way to move forward and accept it. And like, right, I just can't. It's not possible for me. And I was like, we have no desire to be involved in any more drama. And of course, no, like this didn't have to turn into this massive drama if things were just investigated properly, right? Just we have to move forward, work in a positive way, something like that. I don't know. It's just kind of is what it is at that point. You know what I mean? Like, what can I do? So after that, oh shit, I lost the document, mate. I found it. So I want to say everything I've shown publicly around this situation was already sent to management of NoPixel prior to being public, including screenshots shown today. Right, so this was they knew about all of this probably like 6 months ago. Maybe okay, like 4 or 5. As you can see, I was told that I would not be able to convince the public and that the information I provided wouldn't help against my ban. At the time, I informed them I was going to go public. Again, let me reiterate. I have no problem with people going public because one, they shouldn't, first of all, like this whole narrative of being scared, whatever. Why making an official statement, even privately, doesn't mean it gets like that goes out. Unless you have lied and you don't want to go under forensic investigation, then it's like, what do we do? Or all it takes is one investigation and this shit is all cleared up. At the time, they were telling me the information I provided basically wouldn't be of any use, threw me off guard, and I hadn't gotten lawyers involved. And if I didn't get lawyers involved, it seemed like the information I did provide was useful, and if investigated and questioned properly at the time, it would have gone against the allegations at the time. So the point I'm trying to make is the evidence that I sent to them beforehand, before any lawyers were involved, if they had properly investigated it and questioned it, then it would have cleared up a lot of the allegations. However, they chose to ignore it and just tried to get me to move on. Because I was falsely led to believe that the evidence I provided wasn't good enough, I had no idea what to do. I believe that Lindy was involved due to this, and I can admit that I was wrong. However, due to the lack of professionalism around this, is what led me to falsely believe that she was involved. After lawyers were involved, I found out that Lindy had no direct play, and I take accountability, and I want to apologize to Lindy for the stream that I did. I haven't spoken to her since, but I shouldn't have gone on stream and shared personal conversations. That isn't who she is at all. And it was clear to me at the time she was manipulated by people close to her and let down by the people she should have trusted. The lack of professionalism of how this was handled and the bias involved by parties that should be neutral really left me in the dark, leaving me to wonder the worst, which it's just insane to me. Like, if I didn't get any lawyers at this point, like, what do I, like, there's nothing I could, no one, like, it's just insane to me how what could have happened. I'm thankful for my lawyers. Just before involving lawyers, my last resort was to reach out to Banana. So this was after the stream, and to really find out the truth. As I was hopeless, I had no one around me. Every avenue I tried alone was getting shut down. This led to a conversation where she would try and convince me that she wasn't involved, despite knowing the claims, the individuals involved, spoken to multiple admins, as well as going around telling people what I supposedly had done. The initial conversation started with me asking her about going around to people. So it was pretty much me confronting her and telling her why she was going around the people close to me at the time and pretty much spreading lies about me, spreading like shitting on me, making fun of me, and telling them not to talk to me. Right? Two of them were people who were very close to me, and luckily they did reach out to me. I won't mention them, like I said. I don't want to get anyone else involved publicly. I want to make it clear I don't hate anyone. And if she has come to you and told you stuff about me, I hope you understand it. Take it with a grain of salt, and you can reach out to me with no problems. But realistically, the damage is done, and probably that's not going to happen. But whatever. Eventually, Banana seemed worried about this coming out and would tell me some allegations which would line up to the ones that were leaked to me, confirming that she also was the one leaking it to other people, like back in April. So this was around August time, right? This didn't match up to her actions during the ban or after her going around telling individuals like Lindy and other people close to me these claims and portraying me as a dangerous person behind my back. I assume she didn't think it would get back to me. I have never had any bad blood with... Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's go into the screenshots. So I confronted her, and she was pretty much... I was like, why did you ask Lindy why she lied to admins when I never assaulted her, right? I think you are forgetting an extreme. I cared for you a lot and really wanted to help you. Like, why? So this is after, right? Keep in mind, this is, wait, August. What was? We're in like 4 months ago. So after the stream, after my whole reputation was tarnished, after everything, right? I was like, why did you tell Lindy? Why did you question Lindy? She said, she told Anna I tried to break you up, and I said, what? Never? Which she's lying to me, because I guess at this time she didn't know that back then Lindy had sent me the screenshots. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, no, I just said that. I just said that I tried to break you up. But if you look at the actual conversation, it's way deeper than that. Asking her why she lied about the experiences. I said, no, you... So I'm calling her out. I'm saying, no, you said, why did you lie? And she said, I didn't lie. He never forced me, right? Which is what she said. Then you diverted it and said, I got to tell you something. Wait, what? Wait, I actually never said that. That it can get out. She did say that. We've seen it. She showed me, and she told me and showed me some screenshots. You legit told her I found out things and that you're scared for the people involved. I believe she showed you screenshots, but I really never ever said that. We argued about her going to admin, saying that I tried to break you guys up and steal you from her. That wasn't the case because I didn't know. It's not true. She literally said, I found out things, Lindy. I'm scared to tell you because you're going to go back to tell him. You have to keep it private, whatever. Right? I'm like, so you never told her, hey, I got information and I know what you did, and you're scared I'm gonna do something to quote unquote victims and try to get her to hate me and say I did vile shit. Like I've seen it. She's like, I've seen it. And then she like, this is where like Cat comes involved. Now, Banana has leaked to me in this time, confirming that Cat had allegedly said something about me. Now, I'm gonna get to more detail about that. Again, I'm not gonna show the actual claims. The reason for this is because if these individuals that lied, right, they shouldn't be. There's nothing to worry about. This whole persona of being scared of lawyers, legal, whatever. It can get forensically investigated, right? Why did admins leak the banana? Exactly. It could like there's nothing to be worried about, right? If you haven't lied in any way, shape, or form, then there's nothing to worry about in terms of getting some. All you have to do, make an official statement, get some witness statements, give your account details, and then that's it. Wait 2-3 weeks. I think they'll go through it, see if the things add up, and that's it. Like, is it really that like difficult? This isn't some like IRL in like investigation where you need DNA swabs, all this crap. It's pretty simple. So she had told me like apparently Kat had said something about me, which I have no clue why, what, where, what, anything, right? So I was like, you know what, you did, and my dumbass still protects people and doesn't go public with this shit. Which I mean is bro, it's been fucking like 8 months. I didn't do anything bad to Kat ever, blah blah blah, or 13, which she also leaked to me. Did you not say you were going? I was like, what? I'm like, this here is crazy to me. Never in my life. And if anything, this pushed me more to get lawyers because first of all, this seemed false to me, right? But if anything, it pushed me to get lawyers. So then after this, I pushed a harder letter on Coil, which I'll say, right? So then she's pretty much leaking to me about Cat and everything. And remind you, this is after everything, even after the Lindy stream, after all of that. And I'm like, I swear on everything I love. I've never done anything like in my life. I know for a fact. I'm so confident I will fight till I die, which it just has to be done. I was like, swear. I was like, there's no way. She'll I believe you. I really do. But like, if you believe me right now, apparently, then why are you spreading this for the past 4 months prior to this to people like Lindy, spreading it to people like close to me that acting like it's true? It doesn't make sense. Say you're a really good person. I really mean it. Like, I know you think of things of me, but genuinely, I'm like, what is going on, bro? I was like, how can you say you think I'm a good person and not vile and not anything bad, but then hide this fake info about me and let me suffer? I just felt it wasn't my place to say. Does that make sense? But then I was like, okay, so if it's not your place to mention this, if they like say if they did go to her and tell her all of this, then why she had no problem telling Lindy and getting involved. The logic doesn't make any sense. And then it's back to Lindy was also telling me things, but I don't want to talk about it. I think it's messy. I'm like, this is my life, my career, friends. Like, this is everything. This isn't a small. So I was like, how can I be okay when I know my life's been taken away? Is there any way I can help? So she asked me for help after she is part of the problem. It doesn't like I don't know. None of this doesn't even to this day. Like the fact that I had to keep this in for so long, just knowing all of this and just like sitting on it, it's just. And I was like, see, I know that. See, I never in my life did it. I would never. I was like, see, I know that because you helped me. I've seen this. I know you. How can I help you? Like this is thing. I know what kind of person you were. Like I really do. But then like, why are you going back in April? Like I don't know. Like spreading all these rumors about me. Then it doesn't make any sense. Like I've been completely like played. Oh, ads. We're back. I was like, what happened between me, you, and Lindy should never have gone public or talked about. But somehow you got involved in Cat too. I understand, but like they got themselves involved, right? We're back. Okay. I'm like, okay, but you got involved. You spread information to Lindy and spoke to stuff, etc. Like you got yourself involved. Why are you like at this point? Do I have any ill will towards my former boys? I don't have ill will towards anyone like that. Like I understand why, and right, I mean I miss like everything, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like I don't have any ill will though. That I'm over that bit. But anyway, I was like, so you can kind of see she's getting herself involved by spreading these lies about me, which doesn't make sense. What did I know though? This is thing is people just say shit. I don't know if it's true or not. What can I really say? Like, so she's saying she doesn't know if it's true or not, but then she's going around telling people it's true. But then you spreading it to Lindy to get her back to not talk to me. You understand? Like I'm just confronting her. Like I'm just being like, you can't say you don't know if it's true or not, but then go spread it to other people, but say you don't want to tell me about it because you don't know if it's true or not. It doesn't make sense. So here we can confirm as well that you diverted the convo and rang up the cat shit, 13, etc., etc. These people lied. I have the proof of it all. I understand you messaged me on Twitter saying, I hope I respect your wishes, etc. But at the end of the day, you got involved whether you like it or not. And now I'm stuck because I sit on this information. I know debating whether to go all out or not. And then she's sending me this little bit. I think this was before, which shows me that an admin had told her the statement that Lindy put, which makes no sense. I don't understand that. If Banana had no involvement, like she claims, why would admins feel open to tell her Lindy's statements, but Lindy doesn't get told anything? It doesn't make sense to me. Genuinely. I was like, what is going on? When you spoke to caller Anna, did you ever tell him not to have a personal back me? If I'm 100%, I was scared. And I said a lot of, I don't know, and I'm not involved. I remember I said that to Anna a lot, but I also don't remember a lot because it was a long time ago. Sorry if that doesn't help. So, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, man. Like, it's a massive fucking shit show, man. And that's pretty much it. And then I want to make it clear, okay? I want to make it clear that I never had any bad blood with Kat, never flamed her or had any issues around her. Listen. If someone is going to go around and talking violent about me to my friends and everything, well, and I'm gonna make it clear, okay? Never had any bad blood with Kat, never flamed or had any issues around her. I'm not sure if she did or why she would claim these things or where it could even come from. Since this was leaked to me by Banana, I did reach out to Kat and I asked her, like, are we good? She told me we were good, nothing was going on. Then continued to remove me and act weird and just disappeared. So I'm not sure. I have no idea what's going on with that. Now, luckily, with online technology and us being in 2023, the simple excuse of it being deleted isn't good enough. As with forensics, everything can be discovered. I'm not worried one bit. Okay? I'm not worried one bit. I have no issues with getting these claims looked into. As I've stated over the past 8 months, all I need is official statements, even public statements, anything to get this forensically investigated. It was also leaked to me the involvement of 13, and after further talks with my lawyers, it was confirmed. I have seen everything claimed, which is completely untrue, and the very poor attempt of evidence, as well as unofficial statements, which can easily again be disproved with online forensics. The excuse of deleted messages just doesn't work with the legal involvement. Sure, it can work with like GTA admins, but now this is a different level. So now I have asked for these claims to be forensically investigated. I have not received any official statements, claims, anything to this day. I want to make it clear I have reached out to everyone involved and mentioned I would be going public, but no one seemed to care and would delete me. And I want to make it clear, like, what do you expect me to do after waiting 8 months? This whole narrative of protecting victims. Everyone should have been protected before anything went out. Everyone should have been protected until the truth, a proper investigation, verified claims, verified evidence was put through. If it required them to ban me from the server, fair enough. Did the statements afterwards have to come? No. They could have just banned me, told me, hey, listen, we got this. Let's do a proper investigation. If you're willing to work with us with legal, let's get it, let's go through everything. And that was it. Like, it was really that easy. I just don't understand. Like, if this was such a genuine, serious case, there wouldn't be so many loopholes. There wouldn't be people throwing each other under the bus, people lying, twisting the truth, and weaponizing it. I truly believe a lot of manipulating and toxic tactics were used throughout this, and the individuals involved grab bits and pieces of the truth and twist them into super negatives and to try portray not only me, but others as negatively as possible. I think it's just a massive shit show. However, it can easily be solved with forensics and official statements. I want to make it clear. Me doing all this, saying all of this, I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm a perfect human. I've made mistakes like everyone else. Nothing close to what has been portrayed. I've made mistakes 100%, and I've continued to learn from them mistakes. I will continue to learn. But again, I can't just sit here and not do anything about it when I know all of this. Okay, that's pretty much everything. I understand people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's just a GTA ban, man. Get over it." But it's not. It's more than that because I don't have anyone to talk to. Like I said, 2 days ago, someone who I'm very appreciative of reached out to me, tried to talk to me, and I had to get someone else to talk to them because I was too scared. Like I felt like a plague. You know what I mean? I didn't want to talk to other people or reach out to other people or talk to anyone because, bro, it hurts, man. Like seeing all these clips on YouTube and Twitter, and you're just sitting there like, okay, I made mistakes, I get it, but like getting like me, like how am I supposed to, like at the time, right? They're saying he knows what he did, he's lying, he's gaslighting, he's manipulating. How can I know what someone lied about? It's like impossible. Like it sucks. I lost all my friends, my business opportunities, the people around me for the past 5 years just gone in literally a day or two. I don't blame anyone for reacting the way they did. Again, I am ready to just get this shit solved. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm not doing this because I wanted to. I waited 8 months, man. I've tried everything under the sun to get this investigated. I wait every 2 weeks for a response from his lawyers. I wait every fucking day for some sort of response or resolution or something. But what can I do, man? Like, I'm not. It gets to a point where it's like, I've tried everything. I've tried to protect everyone. I've tried to make sure it doesn't go public. I've been sitting on this for 8 months, or however long April was. Like, I've known this for all. Like, I'm not here again. Like, people are gonna say, "Oh, look at you, quote unquote, like bringing it to the public. You know what it's gonna do, etc., etc." It's my last resort. Like, I've tried everything I possibly can do with lawyers, with the help of everything, forensics, trying to figure this out privately. But if they don't provide anything, no official statements, nothing, and just tell me you were based on allegations, then why wasn't that just said in April? I don't know. It just sucks because like I lost everything. Continue your life instead of continue your life. I understand people are gonna say continue your life. Like you can say that easily, but when you have no one around you, you're going through like legal shit. How is it possible to just continue your life? You can't really understand unless you've really gone through it. You don't get how dark it can get, how lonely, especially when people have lied. And I get it. Listen, no matter what, people are gonna hate on it. The people like, can it really get any worse for me? The people already assume the worst. I might as well just say my side across, my point of view, my story, because I think everyone deserves it. And again, I'm not afraid of any sort of investigations, forensics, or anything. I'm really not. How can I move on with like, okay, realistically, if I had done something to the level portrayed, then yeah, moving on, of course. Like, what's the point? Like, of course. But when you haven't done something, like, what are you supposed to do? I just want to clear my name. I don't even care to get back on No Pixel. I don't care to like. If the people who want to fuck with me, they'll fuck with me. If they don't, they don't. Like, what can I like? I'm not here to try and convince everyone, boys. Let's get back into GTA. Let's get back into CG. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into that. Everyone, let's go back to normal. No, this is my life has changed forever, 100%. At least like my story's out there, and I'm not stupid. I know this is gonna bring a lot of like a shitstorm, and I'm sure people will come out with stuff. Listen, as long as they're ready to back it up with evidence, get it forensically investigated, etc., etc., like there should be no problem. It's just all online like shit. Like I don't know. I don't even live in the same country as like 99% of these people. Nah, I like it's just get a job. But the thing again, I'll be honest with you, chat. Money. This isn't about money. This isn't about like clout, viewers. This is more than just a GTA ban. You don't understand. I've spent over 50,000 already on this bullshit. Like it's not about that. I'm good in terms of all of that. It's about like just knowing the truth. It's about mental health. It's about just like getting your story across. I've been literally silenced, man. Like I feel like a plague. Like what more am I supposed to do? I'm down, bro. I need to like the only thing I can do is just fight for myself. No one else will. Everyone else shits on me. Everyone else will talk shit about me. Like even like a week ago, I saw like there was even people talking about me. Like I'm getting pre-banned or whatever, and that's fine. But to say like Coil had no involvement in my reputation going down the hill and using that as like a backup, it just doesn't like. I get maybe in legal terms you can try and like loopholes and shit, but like the public though. Yeah, end of the day, chat. I know what's gonna happen. This will all brush over. The damage is done. No one will give a fuck. I'll probably still be in the same position as I am now, but at least I can just I don't know. I just gotta try and move on now. You know what I mean? It seems like no one had any problems about me like getting shit on. People saying shit about me. If I show any sort of like resilience, I just get fucking like nerfed. I just get shit on. I don't know. You still don't get it? Again, let me make it clear. I'm not sitting here saying I'm like the perfect human. I don't deserve this, and I don't like, and I've never made any wrongs in my life. Like I've made mistakes, but the repercussions just don't add up. Every like, I don't know, it is what it is. Yeah, and I know everyone like. Listen, I'm also aware that they're gonna group up in discords. If they can lie like this, they can lie about anything. Like they can group up, think about what to come out with, and that's fine. It's whatever. I'll fight it. I'm it's good. Nothing else I can do. You know. But for now, like, I don't know. What do I do? Just have to wait for the shitstorm. I'm sure, things will be said. We just gotta go with it as it comes, and at least I got my side out. I'm just ready to just move past this dark side and want to live life again, man. That's it. I just want to entertain people, take care of my family, and like that's it. What more you need in life? I think that probably will be like the last time I do anything like this. I think we got what we needed out. Now it's just up to my lawyers to handle it. They will do all the back stuff now, and then just go from there. And I appreciate you guys who support me, and if you don't, if you hate it, fair enough, man. As long as you're living a happy life, man, whatever. But I think that's that. I appreciate you guys. It does suck. I ain't gonna lie, it does suck to just have everything ripped from you and just not having like a fair chance or a fair investigation. Because this is it's just deeper. And yeah, I've made mistakes and probably given attention to people I shouldn't have. But end of the day, like I've said since day one, anyone I've ever spoken to, it's always been consensual both ways. People would hit me up. Like a lot of this shit was like when I was 19, 20, getting a lot of like attention quickly. Like I don't know, it's just is what it is. But I appreciate you guys again. Take care. I'm gonna try just get back on streaming and be more regular as well. But for now, we active, right? Anyone fight? All right. Well, appreciate you guys. Peace. Mids, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for the subs and everything. You guys don't have to do that.